And welcome back to the Best Boys Anime Podcast. This is episode number 8. I'm Jake.
I'm Craig.
And today we're going to talk about things we love about anime. Last time we kicked off about things we hate, so we're going to be a bit more positive this week.
We actually received, it's been our most viewed episode.
Yeah.
But we actually received a lot of hate.
we got a lot of clap from it, but it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. But it's been fun to, see other people's reactions about things and have them come back. We usually do shout-outs every episode for people that have come to us and watched the episode and gave us feedback and things. We've actually had so much of that with this episode. We just have to thank everyone, I guess.
Yeah, anyone who watched it,
yeah. We've started posting on TikTok, and we've got 3,000 views in less than 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, it's gone up way more than I'd expect. So,
yeah.
Everybody watched on TikTok. That's amazing. Even the people who called me a dumbass, but it was good.
That's part and parcel, isn't it?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. So last week we started doing hot takes, which we enjoyed. So we're thinking about making that more of a full-time feature. So Craig, would you like to hit us off with a hot take from Craig and Jake?
Well, wait 1 minute. We need a jingle, right? You said you got a jingle for this. So we're going to have to make one, but you could do it verbally first.
Yeah.
If you want to do it, because you walked into my room and you were like, what about? And you're like, da-da-da, you did the thing. Okay.
I can't remember the sound I made, but we are going to hit up with hot takes from Craig and Jake.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to have to say, I quite like Craig and Jake's hot takes.
Yeah?
Yeah. Just bam, snapping, bam. Yeah.
We'll put a bit more production value in that next time, but...
Yeah. I'm trying to learn how to do cards on the video and transitions and stuff, so we'll have to wait and see. That revolves around me having time to learn this shit, but for the meantime, let's kick off. I've been keeping track of all the things that I've been doing my head in, but I've had one that's it's a fiery passion.
Yeah,
right, and I hate it. I hate it so much. Right? Fucking Tinder profiles.
All right.
Fucking Tinder profiles. God, is there anything worse than a Tinder profile? In particular, Tinder profiles that say they want adventure and they love Disney. What the fuck is an adventure? What do you class as do you class going down the middle of Lidl to see what they've got on sale as an adventure? Is it a Sainsbury's, is it Morrison's meal deal and a trip round home sense? Or do they mean fucking going out to the boonies or fucking Africa and looking at the animals?
Is it is it somewhere between the middle of Lidl and going to Borneo?
Yeah, exactly.
Is it somewhere in the middle of there?
There's some girls I know that I think are fucking adventures leaving their bed. There's some girls that that also would probably want to jump off a building.
Yeah.
You just don't. What does it mean?
Should we go throw bread at ducks? Is that an adventure?
Just skip bread at ducks.
Yeah. Skimming bread.
I see so many of them.
They're like dime a dozen bios, aren't they?
Yeah. How are you supposed to get a read on a person?
Yeah, when they've got a copy paste bio.
I'm not good at Tinder. I will admit that. Very hard for me to I'm just too autistic for flirting over text. I just did the wires get crossed.
I can't convey emotion through text. Not at all.
Get me in person. It's all good. I can do in person, but I can't do Tinder.
Charismatic man.
Thank you very much.
A charismatic co-host. A lovely guy all around.
I can do it in person.
Yeah.
I just can't fucking do Tinder.
Well, when you open up and it's a group photo, you're like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, every photo is a group photo.
Every photo is a group
photo. So you have to guess who it is.
And they're like, tell me your best joke. So but that opens up a can of worms because you're like, do I go knock knock joke? Because they're shit, but they're everyone knows them. Do I do something I find funny? They might not find it funny.
Yeah.
Do I do a pun? Do I go really dark?
Pickup lines are a nightmare.
Pickup lines are a nightmare.
Pickup lines can range from something you'd say in a library to something you'd say in a morgue. There just is no.
Yeah.
There is no do you source it up? I was talking to a girl recently on Tinder, and she her first few messages were spicy, and I was like, okay, I'll join in. And the moment that I started I'd just been oh yeah, you don't want to. I don't quite understand, but you don't overcommit, do you? It's like little messages and stuff.
Yeah.
But she was coming on hard, and I was like, I left it for a little bit, and I was like, right, okay. And the moment that I showed any amount of interest, it got boring immediately. And I was like,
they just
what
came.
does that mean?
Yeah. They just came there for some gratification, and then that was it. They were like, done.
I don't fucking know. Tinder profile, Tinder's a nightmare.
Tinder's
Fuck
a nightmare.
Tinder.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, online dating's a bit of a nightmare. Yeah. I don't understand it. You don't understand it.
No. I've got a few, actually. I've got a lot, but have you got one?
Yeah, I got one for you. Harvester is vastly superior in every way to Nando's.
1,000%. Yeah. We just cannot agree more.
Nando's is thoroughly average.
I can't eat burgers anymore.
It is completely average, Nando's. You got chicken and peri-peri sauce. That's it. You have to get up and go to the counter to order it. It's just a 5 out of 10 at best. Harvester, however, unbeatable.
You don't get a cheeky Harvester, though. Nando's is popular because it's a meme.
It's marketing, isn't it? Nando's just has good marketing.
Yeah.
Whereas Harvester has unlimited salad bowl, unlimited drinks, and just good food.
And that Red Devil sauce.
Yeah.
The salsa, the Red Devil. Tell me a place where you can get unlimited croutons and salsa and salad.
You can get a bowl of croutons and Red Devil sauce for free.
That's my meal. I go there, I order soup, and then I have a bowl of croutons and Red Devil sauce, and I put the rest of the Red Devil sauce in my bag, and then you leave.
They got that maple spike sauce as well. That one's good. What?
Harvester, Nando's is shit. I went to Nando's, I had some spicy food, it wasn't that spicy, so I went a bit up and then it was too spicy.
Yeah.
And it's just chicken at the end of the day.
It's just chicken.
It's just chicken. I know this might be a hot take because I know loads of people love Nando's.
Do you know what? Going to Nando's is an adventure.
It is. Going to Nando's is an adventure.
We've figured it out. When girls ask you to take them on an adventure, they want you to go to Nando's.
No.
And talk about Disney.
Not going fucking Nando's. I don't know. I don't even know. It's been so long since I've been on a date that I just have no idea what the fuck I do.
Yeah, I mean, we'll pin that one down to the pandemic.
Oh yeah, I can. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, I don't know why would you even, what would I do? What's my ideal date? I don't even know.
Well, yeah.
I don't know, watch every Matrix movie. And then
including the Animatrix.
Including the Animatrix, then Lord of the Rings, back to back. So you got, and then, I don't know. There's lots of options. Eat ice cream. I've got another one.
Yeah.
Virgin Media are named wrong because they are fucking us.
Yeah, I mean, the title says pretty much all of that.
Yeah. Virgin keeps raising our prices every month or two.
Yeah. And our internet is like arse.
Our internet is arse. It goes off all the time. I just can't get behind Virgin. And last time I called up to leave, they gave me some really good deals to keep me, but then they've gone, the deals have gone, and the price is double what it was before. So, fucking ISPs and everything. It's one more arseache that I just never want to have to deal with.
I told you about a guy who he said he called him up just threatening that he got a better quote elsewhere to just try and get a better deal. So they just said, yeah, okay, we'll cancel your contract. Like he was just looking to haggle and they just cancelled his subscription to the internet. You
can't just go in like that. You gotta learn to negotiate. If you walk in like, I'm leaving.
I guess he went in just way too hard.
You're going way too hard, yeah. It's just frustrating. Especially because we use the internet for everything. Yeah. And then it just sometimes just doesn't work.
Yeah.
And when I used to work from home, my work was always getting mad because I would just be like, my internet would just go down there like, oh, what the fuck's wrong with it? Like, it can't be your internet. Is it power outage or something? I'm like, no, it's just Virgin.
Just sounds like you're swinging the lead, doesn't it?
Yeah. No, I've just turned my computer off for half an hour.
Just dip the plugins in the bath. Just
whoop. I can't be arsed anymore. Yeet.
Run it under tap for a bit. That'll shut them up for a while.
Oh, I'm gonna need a new computer. I got one last one as well. Okay. These are a bit like hot, like rapid fire. But fuck Stagecoach.
The bus.
The bus. Yeah, just fuck Stagecoach. Yeah, in every way possible.
Yeah, I'd go as far as say just fuck buses. Like,
yeah, buses can be good, but a bus is a like roulette in it. Like you just never know what you're gonna get. It's a blind box. You just fucking.
I feel like the odds are highly stacked against your favour on a bus as well.
Ignoring the people that you get on a bus, because I don't think the people who are on buses have any other place to be than that bus. I just fucking...
Rent's cheap on a bus. You just pay for a mega rider, that's your house for a week.
I live in the wheel well of a fucking stagecoach. Yeah, no. The amount of times I've had to rely on a bus, or you catch a train and then they replace it with a bus, that is infinitely worse than just getting a bus.
Now that is a worthy hot take. Mm-hmm. Getting a replacement like bus.
Rail replacement buses can chong the end off of it. Because you just... Like, I go to work, the fucking bus from here to work, the train, is like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Last time I did it on a bus, it was 3 hours. And you have to pay full price for it. You don't get your money back. If you went just
there's no way they should charge you that much.
No.
No. I haven't been on many buses. I could probably like count on one hand the amount of times I've been on a bus because I try to avoid it at all costs, or like all public transport. But like bus drivers look like they hate being bus drivers. You know when you get on and they're like, oh, it's like £4 for a ticket, and you hand them like a £5 and they're like, is that it? Can you not do it exact? It's like, no.
Where's your fucking change?
Yeah, like you've got a till like stationed into your bus. Give me my change. Why is it such a big deal for you? Like,
Workshop buses didn't accept card for ages either. Yeah. Not only that, but do you remember when they brought in that shit where the bus wouldn't stop unless you were stood out of the actual bus stop?
Oh yeah, I remember that. One of the first times I ever got a bus was like getting a bus back home from like my first girlfriend's house, and I waited at the bus stop and they just drove straight past me, and it was the last one.
Yeah, because if you sit in a bus stop, the bus doesn't stop.
Yeah, and I called the bus station. I was like, yeah, I just waited at the bus stop for like ages, and the bus drove past me. They're like, well, did you wave at them? I was like, no, I was just stood at the road waiting for the bus.
It's a bus stop, not a bus fucking wait, is it? Like, I'm not here for fun of it. I'm not here because it's raining around.
There's no sign saying, please wave at buses.
Exactly. There needs to be one. Yeah. It's like the bus station. Like, it's where the buses go. The bus stop doesn't stop. I'm not about it.
Nah.
I got screwed over too many times.
What happened to buses to make them stopping for people at a bus stop where you have to climb into the road to get them to stop?
Stagecoach is so strict about their times that they tell the buses, like, they would rather have the buses drive around in fucking circles with no one on them than actually have people pay to get on the bus. Nightmare. Yeah.
All public transport in England can just chong the end off of it.
I can't wait to have a car. I actually can't wait to have a car.
Yeah. Fuck buses, fuck trains.
Fuck taxis as well.
We
were in a taxi that killed a cat and it was a nightmare.
Every taxi I've been in whilst I've lived here has been just an emotional, traumatic nightmare. We had a taxi that killed a cat.
We had a woman that went mental at me. That was the same one, wasn't it, that killed the cat?
No, it was a different one.
Okay. Yeah.
We had a woman, she picked us up, she was wearing a nightie and listening to Nightwish, and we're like, oh, here we go.
Oh, God.
And then you popped your fingers, and she, let go of the steering wheel to turn around and have a go at you.
For anyone who's watching on the YouTube videos, I was sat in the back of the car and did this. Oh, I ain't got any. There you go. Did that, cracked my fingers. And the woman who's driving like this let go and went, don't crack your fingers.
I think, did she do it with one hand or was it both hands?
One hand.
With one hand.
She had one hand on the wheel, but she turned around like
a whole 180, yeah.
Pretty fucking sure we were going around a roundabout.
I think it was going around the bend on Yarborough Hill.
Yeah.
I had a taxi driver that just refused to give me change. It was 80p's worth of change, and he was just I held my hand out, and he just went, no.
Oh, it was a £5 trip. It was from our old house into town, yeah.
Yeah, and he was it wasn't much change, but he just blankly refused to give it me, and I was just like, all right.
All right, enjoy your fucking Space Raiders, dickhead. What, 80p?
Getting shook down for 80p.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Okay. There's so many problems with, Lincoln Transport's arse anyway. Yeah. It's shit.
These taxi drivers out here starving, need 2 Freddos.
If only they could drive 2 cars. Yeah, I just wouldn't be a taxi driver. I have enough problems sitting still at a desk, let alone where you're in a fucking
Also, taxi drivers drive around like they own the roads as well.
Yeah, they do. Although I do want to know what's going on with bus drivers and that weird thing that they have where they always know every other bus driver. You know, like, because they all sit in that weird cage behind the plastic, don't they? And it's like the only social interaction they get all day.
Waving over bus drivers.
Yeah, and I always like come around, like, you know, I bike into town and you go past the bus station.
Yeah.
And there's always dudes just like congregating around the outside of a bus that's half-assed parked. Like they're taking any moment they can get to be like...
It's just social interaction, not in the cage.
To not be in the bus cage, in the wage cage.
Do you think they're all in a Discord together?
Yeah, definitely.
Like bus drivers Discord.
The amount of times I've almost been hit by a bus, they have to be chatting shit like most of the time. The fucking... My school buses, oh my God. When I was getting buses at school... We had that guy who got hit by a bus twice.
2 buses.
Yeah. There was a guy... Okay, God, I have to tell that story now. There was a guy at my school, and the way that it worked was you had a bus yard, and you had buses at the front, and it was sort of like, if you imagine like a D shape where the roads were. So you'd have buses come in and go around that way, and then others would come in and go around the curve.
Yeah.
So if you were catching a bus that was on the curve, you... would have to walk up and down the line to see if it had arrived yet for getting home.
Yeah.
They always used to say, never stick your head out. Never stick your head out in front of a bus because there's not much space in here. Chances are you're going to get hit by a bus.
Like by another one overtaking.
By another one or just leaving or coming in to park.
Yeah.
This guy, for some reason, stuck his head out to see if the bus was coming when the bus, right, if his head had just looked, like left the bus in front of him to look out, the bus was like 2 inches away from his head, right? And it just knocked him straight out. And he had permanent black eyes after this. And this is in like year 9. You fast forward like 2 years later, the guy does it again, and the same shit happens. He gets hit by a bus a second time. Like, unless it was the brain damage from the first one that stopped him doing it, like made him do it the second time. I just can't believe it. And he was like relentlessly bullied for that. Like you would imagine.
Hit by 2 buses.
Well, getting hit by 1 bus is funny enough. Getting hit by 2 buses is like a social nightmare at school.
I think the only redemption from that is to just like become a SoundCloud rapper and fit 2 bus in there as like your rap name.
What up, guys? It's me, 2 bus. That's a great name as well. I don't think he was on it enough to do that.
Oh, it's because he got hit by 2 buses.
Probably because he got hit by 2 buses, yeah. I mean, he was also friends with the guy who fell off a bike and popped a pollock. They were like one weird friends group of strange injuries.
For anyone who's listening who's just wondering what went on during our childhoods, this is just living in workshop. Like, it's just what it's like.
This was standard. I know so many people who got like injured and hurt in stupid ways, me included. I hurt myself, and other people have hurt me so many times in my childhood that it's like, I used to be friends with this guy, and we were sort of like, we'd been really good mates for ages, but we were sort of like getting older and going in different ways. Our year was really weird because, as far as I know, it's the only year where pretty much everyone got on. I think I've said that before on the podcast. But this guy was really chavvy, and I was getting more. Well, I have an anime podcast now. That's where I was going. I was on the route to this. Right,
the seed had like been planted.
Yeah, the seed had been planted. But I was hanging out with them. And little did I know that one of them had started a fight with some people from another village, like some dudes in another village. We were just sat down by the canal, and we were just talking shit, me and his mates, like, we were just, like, I didn't really know what to say to them, but I used to hang out with them a lot, and they were all really chill, so it was fine. Yeah. And out of nowhere, this fucking table leg flies past my head and goes in the water, right? And they hadn't announced their arrival or anything. I didn't even know they were coming. These fucking guys had got table legs from somewhere and were stood on a bridge near where we were, and they were throwing them at us. Throwing table legs, yeah. So the dudes who I were with went and fucking started a fight with them. I didn't want anything to do with it. And there was just this fight going on, and I just remember you never expect a table leg to just
wing at you.
Yeah, fly straight in front of you, yeah. So it's just, there's so many stories that. You've got that guy who pretended to have a knife that you threw over your shoulder.
Yeah. I got in a fight and some dude, like his mate, like pretended to have a knife. And I just didn't want to risk the possibility of there maybe being a knife. So like I just let go of his mate. But then one of my friend's dad was driving. We started on each other in the middle of a road. He was fighting at like a traffic light. Then my mate's dad, who was like this fucking massive Geordie dude, was like 4 car park like spaces behind, and like saw me leaving and was like, oh shit, that's Jake. Got out, see what's happening, and chased these 2 guys down the road.
Was that the same time that you was running with like your girlfriend at the time?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. They started on us like when we was in the middle of a jog. So yeah.
So me and you have so many stories like that.
Oh
I got started on going to sixth form in Worksop. Just walking down a road, this guy like came up to me and was like, "Do you know who I am?" And I was like, "Obviously not. Who the fuck are you?" And he was like, "How dare you fucking talk to me like that? Who do you think I am? Do you know what? Do you know what I'm capable of? Do you know that's? You know what? Oh god, I'm gonna do it. This is like fucking jippos, right? I ain't got a better word for them, right? You know what? If you travel around and you don't pay council tax and you're all right, you're a traveller, right? Mm-hmm. These guys were jippos, right? They start fights, they steal things, and they just leave shit everywhere.
They just are like a hassle wherever they go.
Yeah. These guys were jippos, and this guy had fucking like just like harassed me for like 20 minutes, and he was like, "Oh, you think you're so fucking hard? Let's have a fight. Like, fight me now. Fight me right here."
Yeah.
And he had his mate and this girl with him, and I was like, "I'm not fighting you." And he was like, "Fight me. Come on, fucking, I'm hard. I'm hard. Do you know who my family is?" And I was like, "I don't know who your family is. I don't know where you're from. I don't want to fight. Fuck off." Yeah. And it took 20 minutes for him to leave me alone. And eventually he was like, "Oh, you're just fucking scared anyway. I'd have won anyway. Fuck you." And then walked off. And I was like, like a fucking Pokemon encounter. He just popped up.
I used to encounter him all the time when I used to I used to do a lot of blue collar work. Well, I still do.
Mm-hmm. I still did. But...
I still do. I used to do. Yeah. I used to be rougher. I used to just like they'd try and buy stuff off of us. They try and work with us. They're just a nightmare because they just never take no for an answer if they want something.
They tried to sell you knives and you bought them.
Yeah. Kitchen knives.
Yeah, important though. They told you kitchen knives. Yeah.
I remember one of my mates used to work in an ice cream van and they were haggling him over a 99.
Yeah.
They were like, "Mate, how much is a 99? He's like,
I hate to break it to you.
99p, funnily enough.
Fucking not anymore. I had a 99 the other day. It was 250, 260.
250 for a 99.
I got the 2 scoop though. A
99 is just like one in it, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy was like, he's like a jiffer with like 18 kids. So he's like, "Oh, what you do is like 5 99s for 82p each." And he's like, no, it's a fucking ice cream van, like not a bank.
Like, you think you are the fucking Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah, sell me this 99.
Walls make ice cream.
Sorry, it's all right.
Fuck you.
I expect better. See me after class.
Okay. Red, is that done in red ink?
Yeah.
Fucking. I got one more. When we lived at my nan's for a bit and my cat ran away.
Yeah.
So me and my mates were like, bearing in mind this was at like 9 o'clock at night and we lived right next to some woods, right? There used to be an old pit. We were walking around the pit and I had a torch and I turned to look for the cat and there was just some fucking guy there, right? Just in the woods by himself. And I turned around and shined the light right in his eyes.
Yeah.
And he was pissed. He was pissed off. Bear in mind, we were like 15 at this point and I had to fucking run the whole way home, right? Because it was a good probably 2-minute run, right?
Yeah.
And there was my mate's house at one end and my nan's house at the other end of this street.
Yeah.
And his dad was like, "Oh, you're going to have to go." Because we'd gone in his house just to wait for this guy to go. He was walking up and down the street.
Well, looking for you.
Looking for us. Up and down the street. And this guy was like, my mate's dad was like, "You'll be all right." And I'm like, he has chased us all the way to your house and he's on
From
the road
the woods.
outside. I am 15. He is a grown man. And I ended up just standing outside their house because he was like, "You're going to have to go." And I was like, "No." I am not going outside. Waited for him to go and got back to my nan's house. But like, and they used to leave shit all over and fucking...
What's he doing just chilling in the woods?
What was he doing standing outside?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm really thirsty. I'm going to take a quick break, get a drink, and then I'll come back. So I was like just running home to get back. But so much mad shit happened when I was like, I don't remember how long we stayed at my nan's house, but it must have been like a year. But in like that time, I cracked my head open. My friend fell out of a tree and broke a rib. We got started on in a park and saw some guy pissing down a slide. Like, when I was younger in that village, I'm friends with, I ended up being friends with both of them, but I upset one person and he tried to hit me with a 2x4 and another mate jumped in and smacked him. And then they ended up just having a fight and they was just beating each other up with this fucking 2x4. It was like, when I think about it, it was wild.
So the village that you lived in for a while, there was another village 2 miles away, called Woodsets, and it was the complete opposite. It was populated by entirely old people waiting to die, and nothing ever happened there.
Yeah, and the kids who came to school from Woodsets were always really weird. There's just something strange about it.
It's because they grew up with old people.
Little fucking hills have eyes kids. It was weird.
Just pale and weird.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've spent 25 minutes talking about things that aren't anime.
Have we really?
So. Should we move on to anime?
Yeah, sure. Well, we said we were going to talk about things we love, right? We've been trying to keep them to 40 minutes, and this is more than halfway.
Just been ranting.
Yeah, so have you got a list of things that you like about anime?
I've got a pretty short list, but yeah, I've got some. Yeah.
Your short list, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want to start? I ran the last episode, so you can do this one.
Yeah, so going to start with a nice, simple one. It's probably on everyone's list of things they love about anime, and that is anime food. How fucking good does food look in anime?
Whoever animates that shit, what the fuck?
How do they do it?
How? Yeah. Anime food makes me hungry.
Oh, yeah. Just not even food, like bread. Anime bread looks amazing.
So many things look better in anime, but food is one of those ones that I wish it was they always do those have you ever seen the Japanese omelets where there's the egg with stuff in
the omu rice, yeah.
And then they cut it open.
It looks so good, but I think in real life it was just scrambled eggs and rice.
Just a folded over omelet.
Yeah. I like the breakfast in Howl's Moving Castle looks fantastic.
Oh, Calcifer's the best boy, by the way.
Yeah, the fire.
He's my favourite character in the whole thing.
He's the best.
I love Calcifer. Yeah.
Or maybe that little dog that just goes.
Oh my god, I forgot. That's a core memory that's just been unlocked. Yeah, I love that dog.
That little dog with chicken legs.
Yeah. What the fuck? And that turns out to be someone, right?
No, he just works for the queen.
The queen, the witch, right?
Yeah.
The evil one. Yeah.
No, not the evil one. It's the one who is the empress or whatever.
Okay, all right. Yeah, the one with all the evil black guys. Not the evil black guys. The evil goo guys. Not racist, I promise.
No, it's the woman that wants to go to war, the one who's running an army of witches and wizards.
Yeah. Okay, I know what you mean. Yeah, but God, food.
Food in that.
Shokugeki
One Piece.
no Soma.
Oh yeah,
There.
all the food in that looks good. Yeah. One Piece, the pizzas in One Piece look like the best damn pizzas I've ever seen.
I have not. We've said this before, but I need to watch more One Piece. It's just I've got so many things on. They're
yeah,
when am I going to fit it in? Oh, that's it. I got. Save that for later. I got a strong recommendation for everyone else.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Do you want to hit us with one?
Yeah, man. Yeah, but you're right. Fucking anime food is just There's even AMVs with just anime food.
Yeah, because it just all looks so good all the time.
Yeah, you just get clips where people have just cut do you remember that Naruto episode where Itachi cooks breakfast for Sasuke?
Yeah, and it's really good.
Really good, and and it's really wholesome. I know, isn't that filler? Is that filler?
Yeah, I think it's when they're all in the in the illusion thing at the end.
The infinite Tsukiyomi.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just remember the food in that.
It's just trying to make an egg for 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's a great filler episode. For mine, I think it's got to be just the anime community.
Yeah, that was on my list as well. Just the community in general.
The community is incredible, but also it's the only community I know that is so self-deprecating. There is so many amazing people. All the people who listen to this podcast, obviously. Yeah. But there's so many amazing people. There's so many people that I get to meet because of anime that I get to go out and just, live my life and enjoy my time because there's other people who are into the same thing as me.
Yeah.
But everyone almost universally agrees that we're all retarded. Mm-hmm. Just in this, You get people who like shit taste, autistic, fucking like love the depths that anime goes to. There is no other fandom like this. Well, there probably is, but like it runs deep.
Yeah.
Like, ignoring all of the degenerate shit that is illegal, there is like mad shit. Sonic getting pregnant. Why does that include the anime fandom? I don't know, but it's in there.
Yeah, anime ties into a lot of other fandoms. It sort of like holds them together, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like the underlying core of a lot of other things. Yeah. There's so many cool events and all that. Like, I just think it's great to meet people and like you get to talk to people.
If you're hanging out with people and like you introduce somebody and you both like anime, you're just off to a flying start, aren't you?
Yeah,
you're gonna start chatting about what you like,
what you like and what you don't like. Yeah, yeah. And I just think it's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, the community's amazing. Like you say, cons and stuff. Like it's a very welcoming community, but it's also incredibly volatile.
And toxic as fuck, which
is just fun. Yeah,
yeah. I know. Like you said that there's someone like one of the comments on one of our TikToks was that you'd been dropped on your head.
Yeah,
which is fucking amazing. We'll have to do a little segment where we read our favorite TikTok comments.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm gonna clip this out and put it on TikTok. But I fucking love people's creative insults. If someone's got anything good to say, like just fire it out.
Like just getting roasted. Yeah,
just fucking roast us. I think it's hilarious, especially because they're all like 9 years old. Yeah. We are getting bullied by school children.
Oh, yeah.
Someone said to set up a GoFundMe because you're going blind.
So it's good to keep your ego in check.
It is. I'm just a guy, but like I'd fucking thrive off of chaos in some ways.
Yeah. Man's got broad shoulders.
I just love a good insult.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think there's just no way. There's no other. You don't see football fans talking about how shit their own football team is and loving it.
Yeah.
They get frustrated and
beat up their wives. Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas anime fans are like, oh yeah, all I watch is the most awful shit going. Yeah.
That's it. I'm like, when I watch an anime and they're like the last episode don't go my way, don't just like bottle my mate. Just like...
Amazon Prime some Stella and get your fucking boxing gloves on.
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, why do they keep doing Gohan like this?
He asked the wrong girl. I'm going to fucking stab someone.
Yeah, fucking. Yeah. I just love anime and people in general.
Yeah. So what I got here is, which is probably one of my favorite things about it, is anime has the ability to make me care about things I otherwise would not give a shit about.
Yeah.
Like, you could have an anime about, like, I mean, I'm not too into sports. If it's a good enough anime about sports, I'll watch it and I'll get interested in the sport.
Haikyuu.
Volleyball.
Volleyball.
Didn't really know a single thing about volleyball. I mean, I don't really watch much Haikyuu, but I've watched some of it review.
Can tell you I know at least a few things about volleyball.
I definitely know more things than I used to know about volleyball from watching Haikyuu.
Sumo wrestling, football, camping, fucking...
Yeah, because laid back camping, that one's amazing.
Your own body.
Yeah, cells at work, like just things that you wouldn't really pick up on. It's way easier to learn if just an anime tells you how it works in a fun way.
I just need it, like, you know what? I think that's a fucking ADHD thing.
Yeah, like, because they just boil it down and make it fun for you.
It has to be wild enough to keep me entertained. Me and Jacob both in the process of getting like ADHD stuff done. We should talk about this, but I'm pretty sure it's why I love anime so much.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I've learned from from watching JoJo is how birds work. Because there's a fucking bird of a stand and it chases that dog, and it's like, birds have air sacs instead of lungs, and you're like, what?
Air sacs?
Like, yeah, they have like these weird extra organs called air sacs. I'm not going to talk too much about it before somebody calls me out.
Actually, you're fucking wrong.
Or a birdologist calls me out.
The premium TikTok birdologist.
And then I'll get wrapped up with a bird lawyer. Yeah, just that. I think it's really cool that I can learn things that maybe one day might come up in probably only be useful in like a pub quiz, but definitely easier to learn shit if it's in an anime because I care.
It's good to learn random shit sometimes, just like picking stuff up, and it's nice for it to just feel educational in some way. Yeah. I think one that I've got is that like the stories are one of a kind. Yeah, you will never get stories like that you get in anime. I actually got a friend into anime by saying to her, like, just try it. Like, just try a few because you will never have had stories like this before. And I gave her Steins Gate, and now she just watches shitloads of anime.
Yeah.
It's just better.
Also, just like, I mean, CG's gotten pretty good these days, but like back when we were teenagers, you was quite limited in what you could pull off, whereas anime could do anything. Like,
yeah,
you get one of a kind stories, but you also get like scenarios that you couldn't play out in live action whatsoever.
Yeah, it's why I love like animation in general, because it just opens up a world of like, you know, if you're good enough, you don't need like a camera, you don't need anything. Like, if you've got a phone, you can animate something. If you've got a pen and pencil, you can animate something. It's not going to be amazing, like quality wise,
you can do it.
You can do it. You can tell a story. And I think being able, like, the whole thing about being able to create your own stuff in general is something that I really like. Like, I've made things since I was like literally a kid.
Yeah.
So just having the power to do that is incredible.
Do you remember the DSi where they had that like flip note app that was really good, and some people are like absolutely bonkers on it?
There is so many of them that are incredible.
Yeah, people can make some mad shit on those.
Oh god, what is that called? I'm gonna Google it whilst we're talking.
Yeah, I've seen. One of my mates used to make. I never had a DSi myself, but my mate used to make a few because you could like record things and voice act it as well.
Yeah. Flipnote, yeah.
Yeah, people make some really cool Flipnote stuff.
Go on YouTube and look up Flipnote animations. Yeah. Because they're unbelievable what someone did on like a fucking DS screen.
Yeah, there's somebody who's like famous on Twitter, and that's what they do. They just make Flipnote stuff.
There's like a Kirby one that's incredible.
Yeah.
That I saw ages ago. Yeah. There's just oh shit. Yeah, like I've just got one here, and it's like 15 minutes long, and it's just the best, the best flip notes from 2010 to 2013.
Yeah, I mean, there's people still doing them now.
Yeah, and it's just incredible. Like, and anime like has now become so like democratized that I know people say, "Oh, well, you know, is it really anime if it's from Japan? If it's not from Japan?"
Oh,
and
like
like
Avatar: The Last Airbender and all that.
Yeah,
sort of
but
stuff.
they can eat all of my how to draw manga books that I had when I was 8 years old. They can fuck right off. If I made a manga, it's a fucking manga.
Yeah,
like I'm not having someone gatekeep me out of it.
Yeah, I guess it's like it just falls down to the style and whatever you declare it as, really. I guess.
Like people who argue whether Avatar: The Last Airbender is an anime, like. Yeah. No, like who fucking cares?
Who cares? It's a good it's a good show. I like it.
It's a good show.
Yeah. It's definitely got the vibe of an anime.
Yeah. And he uses and everything's because you look at Cartoon Network now, although they all look the same, they're fucking like every cartoon on Cartoon Network now just has the same look.
Yeah.
They take a lot from anime, like the facial expressions. Teen Titans was an anime in disguise. So much from anime, it's unreal. Like they had all the facial expressions and the fight scenes and all the choreography. Oh fuck, we should talk about Teen Titans at some point.
Oh yeah. I mean, the West has always been stealing from Japan, hasn't it?
It has, and they're all like really fucking brazen. Do you remember? Right.
Here we go. Here we go.
Do you remember when they said that Pacific Rim wasn't inspired by Evangelion? And the guy, bold-faced, fucking said it. Like, there is no way. There is zero way. Guillermo del Toro has never agreed to it. But their character designers, the guy in the robot in Pacific Rim is just an Eva.
It's blatantly an Eva.
Yeah, it's close. It's skinny. It's not like the Transformers. It's not like many Western robots.
Like narrow hip thing with like the big shoulders.
Some of the others have the narrow waist and all that. And he was like, no, it wasn't inspired by even fuck off. There is no way. There's no way you came up with this shit. Pacific Rim's amazing, by the way.
Yeah, I love Pacific Rim, but for years, like movie directors have been trying to like hide the fact that they're not just stealing shit from Akira.
Yeah, and like fucking The Matrix, they came out and they were like, yeah, it's inspired by anime. Yeah, like they were like, oh, it's Ghost in the Shell. Yeah, like they just came out because everyone knew it. Yeah, they all know. You look at it.
You can't hide it. Yeah,
they got shit in their back. They got a thing in their necks where they do the plug-in. That's literally from Ghost in the Shell from like 30 years ago. And they just went, yeah. Just fucking admit it, you cowards. Yeah, you fucking cowards.
That's it.
God. That was a big one.
Yeah, getting pretty mad there for our positive episode about things we love.
It's passion.
For my next one, it's a big one. It's 3 letters, but it's a big mood.
Is it ass?
Almost. It's a close second.
Right, okay.
AMV. V's.
That's in my list. Yeah. That was my next one.
Yeah, I love AMVs. Mm-hmm. We used to do it pretty much most weekends. Mm-hmm. And me and Craig had a long running tradition where we would go out, go to the pub, get drunk, come back, carry on drinking, order a takeaway, and just watch AMVs till like 1 a.m.
It's
sometimes 3 a.m.
Yeah, and we all have AMV playlists on YouTube where we go find them in the week and then come back and bring them and play them on the weekend.
And just show each other, yeah.
Yeah, it's just
cycle through the same three Days Grace songs, just to different anime cutscenes.
That one.
Yeah.
The secret side of me.
Yeah, Animal I would become. You got 3 Days Grace, a bit of Linkin Park, a bit of Thousand Foot Crutch. That's it.
Yeah. Whoever decided that the AMV playlist was 3 songs from 2010. I don't know why.
You fucking nailed it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I needed.
There's so many good ones as well, especially because they change based on format as well. Like there's some people who make AMVs for Instagram. There's people who make AMVs for TikTok now.
TikTok ones are sick.
TikTok ones are incredible. There's some people who have just like took the editing to like the next level. And like the thing is with these things is it's really cool how they do all the transitions and they do all the like, you know, they like go in and you have those ones where like somebody does a punch and it snaps into another anime.
Yeah.
That's incredible. However, it's not as good as a 2008 Air Gear AMV, right? Just for no good reason. It just didn't.
Yeah, well, that's it. They're like, these days, AMVs are phenomenal. Like, they use sound effects from the anime to like match in with the songs, and like you say, they'll carry through, and it's all amazing. However, once upon a time, I saw Rock Lee versus Gaara to Linkin Park. That's it. That's the peak. It peaked right there. Like
the first one. The first one is incredible. Yeah.
Yeah. Watching Rock Lee drop his leg weights whilst Linkin Park was playing in the background on like a 270 like P. Just like that was it. That's all I needed.
Let me introduce you to the height of being 14 for me, right?
Okay.
Is I had a red HP laptop that my mum had got me, which was the biggest mistake of her life because it's the only reason I'm into all this shit, right? So I would come home from school, right?
Yeah.
If I weren't playing Halo or COD with my friends, what I was doing was being on Deviant Art.
Yeah.
It's important.
Yeah.
Looking at Naruto fan art and uploading my own drawings, which are still up there, and they are awful. I will never tell anyone my account. Nobody is getting my DeviantArt account. Also, like, I remember there's this is like me being just stupid. Like, I know I was a kid, but there's 2 instances with computers where I'm like, I must have been sniffing glue. Like, I was dropped on my head as a child because how did I not realize that this was wrong, right?
Yeah.
You know JPEGs?
Yeah.
They get compressed.
Yeah.
And I had coloured in a picture of Mewtwo in paint, right? And it was crispy. Like I'd drawn it, I'd scanned it in, I was colouring in Mewtwo, and I saved it as a JPEG, and then looked at it and I was like, why is it so blurry and all the artifacts? Yeah. So I went back in and I fixed the artifacts, right?
Yeah.
So I went in with the pencil tool and dotted it in, and I was like, right, okay. Saved it as a JPEG again, and there was more artifacts. I remember being there for hours, getting mad at the computer, being like, "Why does he keep fucking on my drawing?"
You just saved it as the wrong format.
Because I saved it as a JPEG. If I saved it as a PNG, there wouldn't have been a problem. And I never Googled it.
You talking about DeviantArt sends me back because I think my like early adventure of DeviantArt was mostly looking for fan art. Like you just put Naruto space fan art, and then like. Bleach, fan art.
Yeah, Naruto fan art was the only thing I searched.
And then it gets to 9:30 at night and you'd be feeling a bit spicy, you put boobies.
Naruto head time.
And not much would come up, but that's because you just got to like really look for it, but then you'd be back to like One Piece fan art.
Don't tell anyone, but I'm downloading Bleach hentai off of Limewire.
I remember trying to download episodes of South Park and it just being porn. Like it was labeled as South Park. I downloaded it, but this isn't South Park.
I think it's really good that the internet is a lot safer than it used to be.
Oh yeah, because we should have been monitored more than we were.
Oh, 100%. But I missed the Wild West of Limewire. Yeah. There's ones where I was like, I'm going to download Chicken Run and get a beheading video.
It's just in the frontier of the internet.
Yeah, and it's like you try and download like just anything like anime stuff. You downloading or music videos, and you just get. It was always that clip of Bill Clinton being like, "I did not have sexual relations with that woman." I don't know why.
And just like collecting as many sort of those weird flash emojis as you could get to like. To the point where anytime you started typing on MSN, it would just like
come up. Yeah. Oh God, I miss MSN. It was great. I loved the MSN days. Yeah. But to go with the mood of Deviant Art, you've got Deviant Art open in one tab. You've got 15 webcomics open in the other.
Oh yeah.
You're reading like
checking
Ctrl
your
Alt
weeklies.
Delete.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got all your bookmarks.
Like Awkward Zombie, all those guys.
All the good shit. Like Penny Arcade back in the day.
Yeah. Like the gamer webcomics.
Yeah. And then you've got Naruto. You're watching the latest episode of Naruto in 3 parts in Spanish.
On YouTube.
On YouTube, yeah. 3 parts is lucky. It's probably 8.
Yeah.
That's like the vibe. That's where my taste for AMVs come in. Because I just remember like finding one and someone having edited something to do with Naruto to a music video. And this was back in the day. You'll know about it. This was back in the days. I used to sit in the conservatory in Maltese.
It's ice cream. Yeah.
I caught up to date with Naruto in a really quick span of time, and we had a conservatory that is now just an extension of my house, and I used to sit in winter in the conservatory with a hoodie on, just eating Maltesers ice cream watching Naruto, and it is like
a core memory,
it's just in there. That's a core vibe for me.
I remember watching like one of the Pokemon movies on YouTube in like 12 parts.
Yeah, in like 140p. You know?
Yeah. And then you just like one of the parts is missing, so you just have to like spend ages looking for it.
Or just have to like piece together the 5 minutes that happened in between there.
Or by watching a different one that's in different parts, watching that bit and then flicking back
to the one you're watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, AMVs is an art I've sort of wanted to try and get into, but there's so much work involved. There's so much work.
So much editing and stuff, yeah.
Like, I just have to, I don't know. I'll do it one way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've still got quite a lot, but we've sort of used up all our time. That one went fast.
Yeah, maybe do a 2-parter.
Yeah, we'll have to do a 2-parter, yeah. But that was good, that one. Yeah, I like that. Can't believe it's been 45 minutes. Jesus.
Yeah, man, it's gone quick.
Right, well, I guess we'll round it out and we'll do another. Next week, we've got a good one. We'll give it a little tease. It's your idea, if you want to say.
Okay, yeah. So we've got the regular Olympics coming to a close, and then the Paralympics are coming around the corner. So for in between those two, we're going to have the Anime Olympics, where me and Craig are going to pick a bunch of events and pick anime characters we think would win gold for those events.
Yeah. If you've got any ideas for events or characters, if you can think of an event that a character would be good at, just let us know.
Yeah, shoot us a message on anything. Yeah.
But other than that, thanks for watching.
Yeah, thank you very much for listening.
Yeah, whatever you're listening to, or whatever. Just it'd be awesome if you followed us or liked us or whatever.
Yeah,
that'd be great. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for all the interaction from last episode as well. That was
oh my god, yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving all the interaction. It's just wholesome as fuck. Even if you're telling me that I'm an idiot, like I'm just loving every moment of it. Yeah,
it's just fun to get a reaction after we've been doing this for a while. So
no, it's brilliant. So.
Yeah, thanks again, guys, and we'll catch you next time.
Yeah, bye bye.